Today I'm going to introduce the poem The Moment by Margaret Atwood. Atwood is a living legend of a writer who hails from Ottawa, Canada. She is an established novelist, poet, short story writer, and essayist. She has several TV scripts, e-books, graphic novels, drawings, and children's books to her credit. She has won honorary degrees and awards from various parts of the world. To top it all, she has won the Booker Prize and the Governor General's Award twice in her literary career. Atwood is a unique poet. There are poets who write to serve a purpose. There are poets who write with a propaganda in their heart. There are poets who write only what best suits their politics. And Atwood says that she is apolitical in her poetry, but if you travel the length and breadth of her poems, you will realize that she has got a politics after all, and it is the politics of humanity. Atwood is known for her environmentalism and her feminism. She is also a fierce advocate of social justice. She describes her creative process or her writing method in a very amusing manner. She calls herself the downhill skier. She says that she sits down to write and she commits her thoughts to a paper first. She writes as fast as she can manage, and then she comes back, she visits whatever she has written, and she attends to the unfinished lines, she fills the gaps, she checks the decor, and that's how she completes her work. Identity crisis, human plight, female predicament, suffering, grief, and mortality are the recurrent themes in her poetry. And her love for Canada, her love for her motherland is one obvious factor or element in all her writings. The poem, The Moment, undermines the human superiority. Charles Bukowski has once said that human race exaggerates everything, its heroes, its enemies, and its importance. You don't need to be a historian or a psychologist or a sociologist or an anthropologist for the matter to agree with Bukowski at this point. We all know that we have this feeling that we own everything. We are the masters, we are the best of creations, and our religions are guilty for breeding this misconception. We believe that we are the best and the rest are for our use. They are there to make our life comfortable. This is how we perceive nature. We don't see nature as a home. We see nature as a market with innumerable possibility. And it's a better market also because we need not pay. You own everything, but you owe nothing back. So this is the kind of picture that we have, we carry in our minds of ourselves as a supreme, most powerful being or most powerful creation of God. For us, life is like a conquest. We win, we take over, we control, we conquer. It's always about reasserting our supremacy. Rachel Carson, in Silent Spring, the book that actually triggered the modern environmental movement, says that man is part of nature. His war against nature is inevitably his war against himself. But do we realize that? We see or we think that the victory is with us. But we are too transient to realize that the absolute victory shall always belong to nature. So this poem is about the inevitable victory of nature. It says that nature will always find a way to own you. We shall all die, we shall perish, we shall turn to dust or ashes. Then nature shall claim us, nature shall own us then. So this is what the poem is about. Now I'll read out the lines for you. The moment. The moment when, after many years of hard work and long voyage, you stand in the center of your room, house, half acre, square mile, island, country, knowing at last how you got there, and say, I own this. It's the same moment when the trees unloose their soft arms from around you. The birds take back their language. The cliffs fissure and collapse. The air moves back from you like a wave, and you can't breathe. No, they whisper, you own nothing. You were a visitor, time after time, climbing the hill, planting the flag, proclaiming. We never belonged to you. You never found us. It was always the other way around. Look at the depth of the last three lines. We never belonged to you. You never found us. It was always the other way around. She subtly reminds us of the temporality of life, that nothing is permanent. Things don't last. You cannot take things for granted. You cannot claim things because you own nothing, and you're not going to take it also. You're going to leave everything behind when life takes you. And this poem is also highly reminiscent of Ozymandias, right? Ozymandias the Great was turned to a colossal wreck. What remained or what outlived the centuries was the deserts. So it is always nature that is going to last, that is going to win over us. So do read the poem. It's a nice read. Thank you.